Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk. I'm your host, Maron Morales, and today I have my co-host
Eugene Bengoche.
and the chairman of the Toledo Football Association. Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
Hey, good evening, viewers and everybody watching. My name, I think everybody know me, Doc Genus, Alan Genus, but better known as Doc Genus, the chairman of the Toledo Football Association. I want to thank you, Mario, and your co-host, Mr. Bengoche, for inviting me to this show. Now, I think this is a very good initiative because we're in the information age, and providing information to the world is what these kind of media mode we are in the mode of doing now. So I want to thank you for inviting me, and I am here to share information on the activities and progress being made by the Toledo Football Association. I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward for a very informative discussion.
Thank you, Doc. Just some shout out before the show start. I want to big up all the small business owners. Jafar, who is a barber, Grippers, who is a barber, CD, Runman Service, who deliver your package to you when you cannot make it done. We have
Rico.
Rico.
Yeah.
Flores?
Rico Flores.
Yeah, Flores. You can call him anytime and he will, reach out to you guys. So I just want to big up all the small business owner in the Toledo district and continue to do the good jobs that you guys are doing at this time, and continue make us proud of you.
Mario G, I like the shout out, but we need to shout out our Heavenly Father, Mario, because
Definitely.
if it was not for him, we would not be here, no?
Definitely.
So big shout out to him, big shout out to our viewers, our listeners, and especially for those who have been commenting thus far. Mario, we have some people celebrating birthdays. Today I was one of those persons who sang happy birthday in our church for Miss Thelma.
Okay.
Miss Thelma, I think it's Thelma Flores, my neighbor. So happy birthday to Miss Thelma and everybody who is celebrating birthday today. Mario, on Sunday, it will be the birthday of my church, St.
Okay.
Peter Claver Church. No? So I want to invite everybody to come to St. Peter Claver. Let us celebrate that birthday and let us celebrate what the parish will have for us thereafter. Mario, we can't forget the need to continue to encourage or continue the campaign for the vaccination, Mario.
Yeah.
It's critical, especially for our youths at this time, because I believe that, Mario, if we are not vaxxed, we won't be able to enjoy the privileges. You notice marriage, wedding is getting endorsement because of the vaccination. We seem to
yeah. Well, the technical issue happened.
Oh my God.
So then this Ghana.
Yeah, the show gonna. So before you relax,
Get vaxxed.
get vax.
Get vaxxed.
That's the
Get
new
vaxxed,
motto, no,
Mario.
Mr. Wenger. And
Yes,
so
yes.
not only that,
With the hand already, sir?
but also I wanted to encourage the youth of Punta Gorda that to get involved in some type of institution. We have the Clever College institution who give second chances to youths in our town who did not finish high school, and also the IT vet institution who give also second chances to youths in our community who did not finish high school. So I'm appealing to the youths of Toledo. Get yourself in one of these institutions so you can be productive in our community. Let's put down the gun. Let's put down the knife. Let's be neutral. Let's matter. And so I'm encouraging you guys. Oh my.
Why that is vaccine with you, this vaccine really.
Is it the vaccine, sir?
I don't think so.
Out. Before we go back to the show, I want to apologize to our lovely viewers and our lovely listeners for the technical difficulty, that transpired us now. And so I just want to pass on the mic to.
Before we go to the chairman.
Okay, before we go to the chairman.
I am very impressed with our youths for today, Mario.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I believe that the message that you sent in our last show really got the youths, Mario, to put down the gun, put down the knife, like you said, no?
Yeah.
So, big up to those youths, Mario. We want that the violence stop, Mario.
Definitely.
But I believe that at the end of the show, I hope that you will be able to send that message again, Mario, so that it continues for another week.
Yeah.
Because we seem to have to do it weekly.
Yeah.
Mario, weekly reminders to our youths, Mario, who are very important in the development of our district. Mario, I believe we can now turn to the chairman to see what he has in place or in store for TFA since his return after.
Yes, I just want to welcome no other than Mr. Doc Genus, the chairman of the Toledo Football Association, who will highlight his initiative for the development of football in Punta Gorda. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome on the show, Doc. And I'm so happy to have you on the show today.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here to Mario, host, and I want to praise you for this great initiative for providing sports stuff to the world. We start up locally and we're working locally, but we're internationally.
Correct that.
So I want to thank you again. Just a quick history of the Toledo Football Association, Mario. What happened in July of 2018? The Football Federation of Belize elected a normalizing committee to look after the affairs of football. This was after the present association membership gone down, and so that organizing committee was myself, your co-host Mr. Bengochi and Mr. Santos Garcia, who took over football then. We ran 2 local competitions since 2018.
Correct.
And well, we know what happened a couple years ago. The pandemic not only made it cause the deaths around the world, but it also impacted football. Well, it put football at a stop.
Correct.
But through the Toledo Football Association, the Football Federation of Belize, we take this opportunity and this challenge to now look back and to start plan and try even get better. We always say when the pandemic leaves that football should be better in Toledo. the nation and around the world, and that's what our president of FIFA said. No,
Yeah.
he wants to ensure that it continues. But we have been working, and there's a lot that has been happening. We know that as it relates to the TFA, we have been busy trying to restructure not only the negative impact that football have received over 30 odd years in Toledo, but also try to restructure the management and administration. One of the biggest issues with football was administration, not only at the association level, but at the teams level,
Yeah.
at the, so we are trying to encourage our teams. If you notice, we've been having coaching training, we've been having commissar training, that's to ensure that the games run properly. So we've been investing a lot in training. No? So it has been on a hold, but we are really spending a lot of time, like, building capacity in the different areas as it relates to the sports of football in the Toledo district.
Yeah. And as a player, that couple seasons before the pandemic started, I've played couple seasons that yourself and Mr. Eugene Benguche, the season you guys have brought up, which that was the first competition I played with the youths from TCC, where I introduced them to the first division league, and so I know that you have a passion for football, and I know that you will bring your best to the sports of football in our district. And so I just want to thank you guys for offering yourself as the candidates who won that election to bring forth the Toledo Football Association on its level at this time.
Yeah, so one of the things Mario mentioned something about the Toledo Football Association is made up of an executive, and I know the vice chairman have discussed, myself as chairman, he as vice chairman. We have a female rep, Miss Ravina Alimang,
Mr. Marvin Vargas,
and Victor Sanchez
Jr.
So, but this association and the executive members were elected by 6 teams right now that we call our Congress members.
Good.
And these Congress members are our bosses as it relates to football. And our intention is to expand the membership of Toledo Football Association to include more teams.
Yes.
And to have more teams participate in the administration. No? I just want to mention that since COVID, the TFA we have received some funds that we're looking at trying to bring back football. For example, right now, the amateur league should have kicked off this month.
Definitely.
But one of the things, and I want to encourage the other team managers and players, it all depends on vaccination, and some people I see they're calling on us, when do not start competition? The truth is, if the team management, the 6 to 9 teams that are involved in the TFA or who have applied to play in this competition could show 60% of their players vaccinated, we start the process immediately, start getting things. But so if it is on the teams. We want to ensure, and the Ministry of Health and Wellness wants to ensure that the vaccination is something that we have all people, and what FIFA is saying, that not even one life is worth sacrificing for football. No?
Correct.
Every life is important, so we want to ensure that if we should start something, we have good protocols in place as it relates to sanitation and ensuring that safety is another thing, that safety is on hold. So it's up to the players and team management. So I would want to ask the managers through the media to start providing the Toledo Football Association, and they have the regional office, with the names of your players who have been vaccinated, and
Yeah.
if you have 15 players or if 6 teams have 15 players that are vaccinated,
Yeah.
we apply to the Ministry of Health, who gives us the permission, and we move on. No?
Yeah.
You see, right now the Minister of Health, they give permission to weddings,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
gatherings, but it is due to
Vaccinated.
vaccination.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I am hoping that becomes a reality, and that the
Yeah.
team management start putting things in place to ensure that we get these players vaccinated. And football for real, man, we miss the sport.
Yeah.
I know play it again like you I used to play it. I
Yeah.
still feel like I could play.
Correct. Yeah, because I read a history about you, you know that.
Yeah.
And you were a talented football player in your youth and also in your prime. You know what I mean? And so I give you the high respect of the position that you hold, because you are a player, you know, in the sports of football. And these positions call for people who actually partake in the sports. It's like a conversation with me and Mr. Billy. He mentioned that he ride, and the cycling association have a body, but he's not a part of it. And he's one of them who rides every day and also ride in all races. So how can he not be a member of the cycling association? You know what I mean? So for me is, I always say, for someone to hold a position in this association, you must need to be some type of athlete in whatever position you hold.
Yeah,
Mario.
true. I 100% agree with that. I mean, I in New York, I went to Linden Park a couple just before I left now, and I met one of the old football player. He's older than I am,
Okay.
and the man tell me, he said, Doc, you remember when you begin at Standard 4? When I had to go ask your parents to carry you that Dangriga for playing at the primary school. So for Standard 4, I was on the
Okay.
Standard 6 selection, no?
Yeah.
But I say that, Mario, so for because since then I've been trampling the field, but
Yeah.
I remember for we days you had to be player, manager, you have
Correct.
to go announce, you have to all kind of things.
Yeah.
But I believe that are some of the things we want to ensure that we change. There are a lot of people who have left the sport of football,
Yeah.
and we want to bring them back. You
Yeah.
don't have to come play.
Yeah.
You could come be a manager, you could
Sure.
come be a referee, you could
Yeah.
come be a commissar.
Yeah.
You know, there is a lot of space
Yeah.
in the sport,
Yeah.
and the sport have helped me, and I know it help all of us here
Definite.
with some of the leadership, the discipline
Yeah.
that we are involved in. So I would want to see that the sport, that those who have left the sport come back
And give.
and give back to the sport. No?
Correct,
It
correct.
doesn't matter, you know, when you stop playing, don't mean that football stop. Come out and
Yeah.
come and do some more stuff.
Correct.
Mario
Mr.
G, I believe that as I like what you said about Billy, but like
Yeah.
what we have been saying here, what we have been hammering here, registration, register. So in the case of Billy,
Yeah.
saying that he is not, you are saying that he is not a member. Billy has to
Not-
register to
not-
his association, sir.
But how
Billy.
can he be registered
Mhm.
to the association when there is not a cycling association in Toledo, sir?
There is a cycling
Sir,
association.
then let them bring the members of that association on board.
Jamie Hayes is the chairman of that
Sir,
association.
then we need the association members to come on the show to
Okay.
clear the airwaves. And that's all I'm asking for, because on the end of the day, how can somebody hold a portfolio in what they never race in their life? And Mr. Billy the race for ever since. Let's give the devil away due. That man the race ever since. And so they just are back. This man they mentioned to me that, you know what, they have so many races that he raced. And up to now he not get some of my prizes there, man. Come on, man, they think they're wrong. So you know what, Mr. Billy, anytime you have the time or whatever you're going through, I welcome you on Sports Talk, sir. And any members from the cycling association, like what Mr. Bengal said, that they have a cycling association, you guys are welcome on Toledo Sports Talk any day.
Mario, since we are speaking about sports, I need to make some apology.
Definitely.
I need to apologize to Miss Gloria.
Okay.
Because the last time we had a question for the volleyball, and I believe that she won it because she had given both the names of those participants who were on our national team for volleyball. No?
Okay, so
Miss Gloria
this prize
is for Miss Gloria.
Okay,
And,
so
she can pick it
congratulations
up.
to Miss G.
I was corrected by my son.
Yeah.
It is him, Eugene,
Uh-huh.
and Thomas.
Okay.
Thomas
Garba.
Garbutt, who was on that national team. No?
Okay.
So any comments, Mr. Palmer? No comments so far.
Yeah.
Seems like we are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people really commenting on us. I don't know what happened, but guys, we are here for you guys to send your sentiment, whatever you want to ask. You can ask the chairman of the Toledo Football Association, Doc Genus.
Mario, you mentioned something important,
Yes, sir.
registration. We
Yes, sir.
have some of the same issue in football as it relates to registration.
Yes, sir.
Our for example, in the last 6 months, we have had teams because the system have changed. Registration now, you register with the Toledo Football Association, and as a player, your name go on a platform.
Okay.
On that platform that your name goes on, it is available to CONCACAF and
Okay.
even the entire world.
Okay.
So we find out that some of our own Congress members, and I want to tell them again that it is time for you to come in, get your team registered, and be on the platform. A good example, and I want to give this a story. For example, if right now I want to form a team, and I get these individuals' social security card, their whatever, birth certificate, and I take their name to register. Even if they play with your team, they are registered with me. So what happened? I automatically just go and take with that player from your team, and everybody know that this guy is playing in Colombia.
Yeah.
He lives in Colombia, but you go and register this player and
Yeah.
have this player playing with your team. So what bottom line is, registration is not just going to the field on a Sunday, pick up your 11 and play.
Yeah.
It is, you need to go in with the proper documentation and ensure that your team is registered. So I want to call on the other teams them to, come in, finalize registration with the office. We have Mr. Avila,
Okay.
who is in charge the office of
He's
the
the
technical officer.
okay, the TA.
TO.
The TO, okay,
Right,
the technical
and
officer.
and we have Miss Kathy Burns, who is
Okay.
the administrative officer. But for the first, since I don't know how many years, the Toledo Football Association have a regional office to look at the affairs
Okay.
of football in the area.
Yeah. I just want to big up Miss Burns and also Miss Avila.
Mr. Abdul.
Oh yeah, Mr. Avila. Sorry, Mr. Avila, who is doing a great job in the Toledo Football Association. And a lot of people don't understand the love of sports, because if COVID never there about, I could guarantee everybody on Sundays that football stadium may have packed if a first division they play that.
Exactly.
And Mr. Winger.
It would have been Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, so 2 days now. Man, you give me time, man. And also, I guess you guys are in charge of the inter-department competition also in terms of football, no?
Exactly.
So, you see, football, me had to play, me and the man behind the video scene, bapplay. Me had to run it for the feeling of the inter-department selection, man. So,
Mario,
so things may have happen, man.
What I like,
Come on.
What I like, Mario, is that when it comes to registration,
Yeah,
we can only register
yeah.
for TFA players from Toledo. No
Okay.
longer will we have players coming from Mango Creek
Okay.
or coming from Placencia, or coming from Stan Creek or Kaya.
So the guys they were registered at Griga, Placencia, and Mango Creek can't go play no first division at Toledo.
There is a mid-south. There will be a mid-south competition.
Okay, that for them guys.
Yes, that's a fitting guy. There will be a competition in Cayo. That will
Okay.
be for Cayo and Belmo
Okay.
Pan.
Okay.
So Toledo will be bringing out their best on with what they have from the dish. That is why I like the tag Toledo Sports Tag. You see why we have to name this sports tag Toledo Sports Tag? Because everything is Toledo, sir. Even the league where we kick the ball of Toledo. And might I tell you, Mario, that since the inception of TFA, from a normalizing committee to an association, we have made sure, Mario, that we have representation on several of the national teams.
Okay.
And we want to ensure that hereafter, Mario, we will have competition. We will have players for each national team, both in male and female. So we want to encourage our players to put in their power.
Yes.
Right? They can do their personal to get themselves ready for national competition or for national team tryout.
Yeah.
Right? Because the coach may not be able to do everything for them. They have to do their part as well, no?
Definitely.
So they're like when they say, you bring something on the table.
Yeah,
Mario,
definitely.
so that
right
you
now,
can.
right now, Vice Chair, what happened like for U15 female, we have Alana Pandey. No, we had Micah Roaches for the U15 males and Jalen Flores.
Who is still on the team?
Who are on the national team.
Okay,
They're still
okay.
for the U17 female.
Okay.
Karel Avila, the Zian Alvarez and Lorraine Cal.
Okay.
For the U19 males, we have Andres Miranda, Eugene Bengoche, and Wilfred Torres. These individuals are still trying out on the and we also have another guy, a guy Casimiro who went out from Casimiro Pau, who is right now on the team. This week they were here at the office.
Okay.
And our TOs, continue working out with them because the training is only like every other week or so. So during that break, we still ensure that these guys are keeping physical. So
I want to shout out Wilfredo Torres and also your son, Mr. Bengal, Eugene Bengoche. Yes. Those guys came from TCC. And our first competition was the same competition that the chairman, yourself, and also the vice chairman hosted in probably 2018.
That your product, man.
Those guys are from my regime. And not to take the credit, but I also mold them into becoming some great players. You know what I mean? I was the senior guy on that first division team. And so, I spoke to Pepe Torres this week, and he mentioned a lot of things to me that I cannot mention on the show today, because what I wanted to do is to bring him in to speak his mind, because he's out there and he's feeling the wrath of these things, and sometimes people say we go up on the show if we call, create problem, but a lot of time people don't understand where some of these players they go through, man.
Mario,
you understand me?
Mario G, I like the word mole. And we want to, along with yourself, we want to give kudos to other people who have been molding, like Mr. Chuck, Mr. Hines. I think we have Mr. Iko, we have Mr. Ko, we have Mr. Sebastian, we have Mr. Pop in San Antonio, we have in San Marcos. We have Sales. Yeah. We have female Gloria.
Yeah. Miss G influenced a lot of the girls there too. Big up Miss Gloria too. I mean, Miss Gloria put in a lot of work in terms even in a football and volleyball.
I hope that one of the things that Pepe is talking about is not getting to the stadium, sir. Because if that's a problem, sir.
No, it's not about that. And that's why I said I wanted him to not come on the show, but let us meet together as a body, and so he can express his feeling. You understand me? Because players, listen to me, the players are the one who go through a lot of things. And so when they express their feelings, then we can have a whole insight about everything what is going on with them. even if it's a personal issue, there will be, confidential in probably you, Doc, and also the vice chairman and myself, and so they will speak it to us so that we can understand some of the situation that these players are going through.
So let us encourage Pepper, and maybe there are some others who would like the opportunity to air or to share what they are going through. The chairman just listed out the members of TFA, the chairman, and we can have a sit down with them, either one-on-one, two, or if they want to speak to the whole executive, and probably we could bring you in as a youth ambassador or as a youth advocate, so that we can have you
Mr.
listen
Benga,
and speak to them. So
I believe in time and the process.
Of
and
course.
so, I always tell myself I will not push myself in certain areas that I don't see fit at this time. And so I always encourage the guys, all players, when you have an issue, go to Doc, go to Mr. Bengal, go to the Toledo Football Association, and bring forward queries and gripes and whatever situation and go through. Right?
I agree with that. I believe that, and that's something we want to like restructure the whole thing about football. That the chairman is this chairman and the vice chairman. We have an open door policy.
Okay.
You could call my number. I don't mind give anybody my number, 614-3884.
You can repeat it again, Doc?
614-3884 is my number, so you could call me anytime, because I love the sport of football. And that's one thing we want to do, Mario, as TFA. We want to work with everyone. We want to bring back the stakeholders then into football and ensure that we could, because whatever these youths are going through, it is things that you probably went through. The vice chair, myself,
yourself
have been through.
Correct.
Makes sense to stay no can and we are here to help. One of the other thing I want to mention as it relates to football, we would like, as the Toledo Football Association, that all football is played under the TFA.
Correct.
What have been happening, we have been seeing a lot of, for example, organization having their own cup, the politicians having their own cup. While we agree that once football is being played, it will benefit football. We have to carry on football to the highest level. And the highest level of football is to have these guys play at the highest level.
Correct.
So for example, I will give you some of the issues we have. If you have Kakao Cup, you have Tide Cup, you have James Cup, you have Esteban Asi Cup, Oscar Riquena Cup, Espat Cup, Mia Cup, then it becomes confusion. Now, if we have a calendar that we are working for March to have all we players at its best, and we have all the players now, they compete at what level, working out, staying in shape. Whenever we want to pick the best, we will be picking the best from the best, and it will be from a wider area of people that we look onto. While I believe that these different cups that are happening is good, I believe in a way they will be hindering the Toledo Football Association, the Football Federation of Belize, and the best people who represent the country of Belize. And that has been something where I would hope that we could come together as stakeholders and those who are involved or playing the sport or have their different cup, that just to ensure that we are doing the best for football in the district at Toledo. So I am well aware that the football now start without certain criteria fulfilled, but we want to ensure too that when those criteria are fulfilled, if we could plan for the rest of this year and next year, we plan properly as it relates to competitions and cups and all and anything to Toledo.
Just hold a thought, Mr. Wingal. And just before we move along in the show, we have 5 minutes remaining. I just want to shout out my platinum sponsor, Mr. Carl Tillett from the Bolo Academy. Thank you very much for for being a part of this show, the Toledo Sports Talks, and for that every week you have something to give away on this show. And I want to appeal to the organizer of these other competition, the Chocolate Cup, the Tide Cup, and the rest of football competition will happen. Come to the Toledo Football Association, meet with the representative of the association, and let's move football forward. Right, Doc?
Right.
And Mr. Bengal?
Mario G, I believe I had said the last time that whenever football starts, TFA will have a group of evaluators, maybe 3 or 5 individuals who will be present at each game to see the talent and to start to recruit talent for our national team and for our local, because we believe that Toledo District should be sending amateur, we should be having national amateur. So in order for us to have the best representation for our district, we hope to get them from our local competition, Mario. And Mario, I'd like to use this opportunity to big up Mr. Halliday. He's back from America. And the first thing he has done is to paint the Jokai Park. Not the basketball court at Jokai.
The back there.
Yes, and it's well done, sir.
I think some pictures of the place.
We can now see the line and the players. I know will be enjoying playing on. So, Mr. Halliday, big up, and
big up yourself.
Please reach out to TFA. I believe TFA have some information for you, and you likewise have some information to share with TFA.
I know we short at time. I just have some couple announcements.
Sure, Doc, you can go ahead.
The National Amateur Women's League. We have one team from Toledo, the Hyper Phoenix right now, who would be participating in that activity. It was scheduled for the 4th to start the 4th of September. That has been pushed back. So female is a big thing for FIFA football. And for football. No? So I want to mention that we're planning to start a 10 weeks program for academy, a 10 weeks academy program that should be starting in October. And what we are looking at is age 6 to 8, 9 to 10 boys and girls academy. Corozal have kicked off their academy already, and we have templates. The federation already have codes, bibs. What we want to do right now is to get some other stakeholders and people who are interested just to sponsor things like water, a small snack, an orange or a banana, and marking of field. And if we could get this started, we could say, even if it's just 25 kids, Mario, we could say, well, we academy in Toledo start. I want to mention also that our grassroots course, which was set for 19th or 23rd of October, this grassroots course would be at the FFB. But whoever is interested in attending the grassroots course, just go to the office, write your name. There's a small survey you need to fill out for registration. Then we also have a goalkeeper course scheduled for November 26th to the November 2nd to the 6th. That will be happening at the Football Federation of Belize. So those are some of the activities coming up for football. We want to ensure that we participate in all of these training, because it builds capacity for local here in PG. So looking forward to see people heading to the office to get registered for these programs.
Thank you very much, Doc. Our time is done, and I just want to ask yourself as the chairman, what's your final message to our lovely viewers and listeners out there? And I will pass it on the mic to our vice chairman, Mr. Eugene Bengache, as well, to give his final message to the viewers and listeners out there as they tune in to Toledo Sports Talk on a lovely Friday, as we bring sports to you.
So, well, if it's me first, thanks again, Mario, for inviting me. Keep up the good work, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a good platform for inform the world about what's happening in sports in Toledo,
Sure.
Sports Talk.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I want to end by saying, my football family of Toledo, let's players and managers and coaches, get your shot, get vaccinated. I want to see the sport play. So I am hoping that next week we could get all the information that you all are vaccinated. The Toledo Football Association and the Football Federation of Belize could work with the Ministry of Health if we need a special day for footballers get vaccinated. I know the Ministry of Health and Wellness will assist us in those areas. With that said, now I want to say thanks again. I want to ask people to support your show, Mario.
Definitely.
This show is something that I know could continue contribute not only to football.
Also to other issues.
Next week, I want to have my technical officer and Leo here to talk about. They are interested in talking about this academy.
Definitely.
And get other stakeholders involved, because we know that the future of football right now is we're not sure where it will go. Football will surely change.
Definitely.
That's what we all know, that it won't be playing and it won't be the way it used to be.
Yeah.
But if we could get the youths involved, so I want to ask for a small spot for the office staff to come and talk about this academy.
Sure,
and get
that's
parents immediately involved
Yeah,
help us in this area. We cannot do it alone as an association, so we depend on the people at Punta Gorda Town and the entire Toledo district to assist us.
Miss Burns and Mr. Avila, you guys are welcome on the show next week Friday, along with the chairman and the vice chairman to discuss the movements of the academy. And so I just want to pass over the mic to Mr. Eugene Bengoche, the vice chairman of the Toledo Football Association. You're truly.
Thanks, Mara. I want to continue the campaign on registration. It's very important that our teams get registered, Mario, and so that we can have quite better knowledge as to who are registered and which teams are registered now. And again, Mario, the campaign for vaccination is necessary, especially our youths at this time. And I want to end by saying that I am proud of our youths, Mario, but I will leave that for you because, Mario, I wish I could give each youth a pat on the shoulder, a handshake, a rub on the head for doing a wonderful job thus far after you have spoken to them last week. So, Mario, and to our listeners and viewers, Mr. Palmer, thank you very much, sir.
I just want to say thanks to our chairman of the Toledo Football Association. Thanks to our vice chairman, Mr. Eugene Bengoche, who is also the co-host of Toledo Sports Talk, for being on the show today. And thanks to the man behind the video scene.
Yeah.
Without him, we cannot make this possible, no? And so thanks to our platinum sponsor, Mr. Carl Tillett, aka Mr. Bolo. And so my message to the youth out there, Mr. Bengal, is simple and easy. Let's continue to think positive. Let's get ourselves involved in some type of institution. We have the ACE institution, which is a Cleaver College. We have IT Vet, that you can go and learn a trade. Let's love one another. And like we always mention when I come up at the show, if you see your neighbor the struggle, please, for God's sake, help him out. And with that said, same time, see you guys next week Friday, if God spare life. We gone!